back to a very cold day here in northeastern Pennsylvania. It's about 32 degrees. You can see the snow's blowing around like a little snow globe this morning. So this has reminded me that I need to put the chains on my tractor. And I will say this is one of those jobs that I kind of want to procrastinate because it's just tedious and they're heavy and they're a little hard to do. But I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm not sure it's the easiest way. I'm not sure it's the best way, but it's the way I do it. So stick with me. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So the first thing I do is I lay the chain out and try to get it spread out as much as I can. And now I'm going to back the tractor over it. Hopefully I can lay that up on the tire and have the tire pull the chain up over it. That avoids me lifting on it. So. So with the chain somewhat in place, I'm able to try to sneak this through and get it hooked. That's usually the toughest part. Get that back hook on there and then try to tighten this down. So you might want to know why I'm putting chains on a four-wheel drive tractor. A couple of reasons. I find these R4 tires, they work good off-road, but on pavement and snow, they're almost helpless. And I've tried changing tire pressure. I've tried just about anything I can think of, and unfortunately none of it's worked, but the chains work. So I throw these on each year. I usually leave them on until about March and then pull them back off. The other thing I will tell you, if you're thinking about doing this on a 2032R or 2038R, highly recommend the wheel spacers. I'll show you what they are. If you look right down in there, I'm spaced out. These are the John Deere ones. They're about 2.5 inches out. It's really great for stability, and it also keeps this chain from rubbing in this area. So highly recommend that. I like the John Deere ones because if you notice, they give you different lug nuts that go all the way through the spacer. So you're not bolting the spacer, then bolting to the spacer. Well, I like to use these little foam pads. I bought these off of Amazon. If I think of it, I'll put a link in the description to them. I think if you buy, 5 of them, or I don't know, 4 or 5, whatever, they come in a package, they end up being about $5 a piece. I find that these are really great for work on concrete. Saves on the knees, and it also saves on your clothes a little bit too. You're not tearing the knees of your jeans out. So anyway, I have these stuck all over the place. I even find when I'm running the splitter vertical, nice way to just kneel down and be a little more comfortable. So that's one chain essentially on. Obviously I have, and you'll see this later in the video, I have rubber bungee straps that I put on the outside just for added tension. But what I want to do is kind of run this a little bit once I get both chains on, so that they loosen up and I can keep tightening them down incrementally. That way I find out that they don't fall off. The last thing you want is to be in a situation and your chains fall off. Hopefully both of them wouldn't, but you never know. So, so I'm going to put the second one on. So just by moving back and forth that little bit, you can see how that chain has loosened up. So I'm going to try to grab an extra link on the back side, and hopefully that'll pull that chain tight there where it's loose. Get an extra link, and that tightened everything up pretty good here. So I'm going to throw the bungee straps on, and then we'll run it outside here just a little bit to see how she works. So we're just going to start with 3, see how that works out. I usually like to start with one of these close to my turnbuckle here. So, and I like to take the end here and make it point away from the tractor tire. Just in case I were to hit something, it's probably less of a chance that it punctures the tire. So, I try to guess which one this is to make them intersect in the center. And actually, I'll just count 1, 2, 3. It should be pretty good there. Sometimes I'll use 4 on these, and I may do that. I just grab 3 here just so we can get it tight. And we'll move 1, 2, 3, and have them evenly spaced. And not sure how to measure that one. I'll start down here. Okay, so that's all there is to it. They actually went on very easy this time. So the final thing I like to do, and I've already done this on the back side, and did the other side completely, but just to show you, buy one of these for each chain, actually 2 for each chain, 1 for the inside, 1 for the outside. These unscrew, and I just attach it here. It's really most important on the back side because I'm always concerned about the chain whipping around and hitting something inside the fender well. It probably wouldn't do any damage, but why take the chance? These are these little doohickeys, whatever they're called, chain links or whatever. They're really cheap. I think even Harbor Freight sells them. And there's no pressure on them, so you don't need the most expensive thing in the world. But I just find a place to hook this. So there you have it. Looks like it's pretty good. I'm sure these will loosen up a little bit. I may have to adjust them, but honestly, I got them on pretty tight this time, and this actually went way better than it's ever gone before. And I've tried all kinds of different ways. I've tried jacking the tractor up and trying to do one wheel at a time. I've even had a friend of mine come over and try to help me do this, and this actually worked the best so far. So hopefully next year when I have to do this, I'll remember how I did it. But at least I'll have YouTube to go back to. So actually I think what I'm going to do next is I have a couple of customers I promised some bundles of kindling for. I think I'm going to split up some ash into some kindling and bundle that up, and when I get a chance I'm going to take that to their houses and drop it off. Just as kind of a thank you. I'm not charging them for it or anything. In fact, today I delivered some seasoned firewood I got off of a friend. I gotta tell you, I don't understand how people can't cut things to length. I mean, when I buck something up without marking it, I can be within a few inches. You know, if I'm aiming for 16, it's somewhere 14 to 18. There was everything but, you know, 8-inch pieces to 28-inch pieces in this. So anyway, the woman said she had a very large stove, and she did. And she was an older woman, lived alone, you know, and she said she had trouble getting her fire started. So I'm going to, you know, get a whole bunch of kindling together and take it over to her. Hopefully that'll help her out. So, and then, you know, next time she'll call me again, hopefully, and I can supply her with firewood next year on a much larger basis. So I'll show you what I do to split some kindling. So I've thrown together a couple of bundles here for a few customers. I think they'll appreciate this. Makes it a little bit easier to start a fire. So I just want to say sorry about my voice. I'm suffering from a little bit of a head cold, and I know my voice is off a little bit. I probably sound like a cartoon character. But anyway, I figured I'd throw out this short video today. A little bit on the tractor, a little bit on kindling. I did get a request in one of my recent videos to talk a little bit about how I make my fire starters, so I do plan on doing that. I was going to put it into this video, but I've just run out of time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and in the words of Mike Morgan, share them with your friends. All right.